Hello, welcome to the ISC High Performance 2020. My name is Luis Bruecher, and I will show today to you our RiMatrix High Performance Computing using our innovative direct chip cooling solution. The agenda for today, we're going to go first about the market trends, then we're going to see how our view is of how we are transforming the data center value chain. We're also going to share with you our RiMatrix next generation IT infrastructure solution for data center, and then we're going to dive into high performance computing cooled by direct chip cooling. First, on the market trends, artificial intelligence applications and machine learning are really big drivers of what is increase of processing capacity for processors, for chips, right? And we're seeing more and more of this. Latency is also a demand on processing capacity, and all of these asks for more power or more cooling needs in each rack. The autonomous mobility, financial technology, and many of the medical applications are also an increase of processing power. Today we're seeing already cases where an individual is being performed an operation maybe in Paris, and the assistant, the surgeon is in London or in New York. That all is possible right now. However, it requires a lot of processing power. Also, climate modeling are all applications that require more and more performance of processors, and in this sense more power for the rack and more cooling needs for the rack. So in this way we see companies like Intel and AMD creating stronger and more powerful processors, and the reality is this really can't be cooled with air anymore. We see companies like Facebook declaring in their OCP documentation that they see up to a certain performance of processors, they will need liquid cooling. So here's how we see this in this diagram here, the structure of the market and how we think we can help it to cool better. Looking at the left side of your screens, you will see the data center trends that we just discussed: high power CPUs, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Now looking at the middle of the screen, you'll see the data center operators that actually are enabling these applications. First, on the top, you have hyperscalers, colocations, and telcos. These are companies that may have a data center that may have 100 racks, maybe 500, maybe a couple of thousand racks. And in between those racks are appearing more and more racks that are having servers who run these artificial intelligence applications, and these servers and these racks are creating hotspots. They really need more cooling application that cannot be cooled by the air in a normal crack-cooled data center. Also in the enterprise, we see selective companies, maybe in the finance, in the retail, automotive, in some of the healthcare solutions that actually do create some hotspots and require this special additional cooling. In this way, if you look totally on the other side of the screen, we'll see that we, together with Sutacor, we have entered into a partnership. We'll describe in a little bit how we plan and how we're solving these problems of high performance cooling, of hotspots cooling. Now, looking at our data center RiMatrix offering, we have a IT infrastructure set of products. Our key product in our offering is our VXIT. VXIT, actually, we have just this month released our new VXIT rack solution, which is really a sensational solution for servers and networking rack, which will enable you to have faster installation, speedier installation, and has lots of new and value-add features for your operation. And we have a really exciting website. We have videos, frequently asked questions, specifications. Please go to our Rittal website and take a look. You'll see lots of very exciting information about our VXIT newly released rack. Now, to cool this rack, we have different solutions, all the way from 1.7 kilowatts till 55 kilowatts per rack. We have small cooling equipments like the Bluey Plus for in a manufacturing hall, going to an LCU, which is an in-rack cooling solution, or LCPs to cool a rack row, typically in a hot and cold aisle. We have a PDU, we have UPSs, and software to monitor how high performance cooling is developed. A full power solution with main power distribution, UPSs, power distribution rack, and also a PDU. In PDU, also pretty exciting, we're also this year just released our new PDUs, which are really large set of value add features. We have a hot swap mode controller. You can replace it during operation. We have an RCM, differential current measurement. Also, we have a gigabit port. So a lot of new features that will help you to have a better usage and management of your power needs in the rack. They're also very exciting. We have the new PDU. It's tool-free installation in our new VXIT rack. Also, it's a thinner PDU, which allows to put in the zero space of the VXIT, eliminating all the cable confusion in front of the rack. So it allows to have very open space to cable your servers with no problems of the PDU. It also allows to connect up to 8 CMC sensors. In this way, you have a whole system where you can, with the PDU, you can control also temperature and many other variables through our CMC solution. That's not only that, right? RiMatrix, we have also air containment, we have IT chiller, cracks, roof cooling. So we have a complete IT infrastructure solution for your data center. Especially today, I want to talk about our reference case. We solved a cooling problem they had at the high performance computer installation cluster Mogon at the Johannes Gutenberg University. It's a large university, more than 36,000 students. We had to solve a problem with 535 nodes, over 33,000 processor codes, carrying out over 225,000 billion computations per second. We did this with a specially optimized row cooling, LCP cooling. So it's a really, really exciting high performance case for today, which we're sharing there. Now, diving into high performance cooling by direct chip cooling. What do we have here? We created a partnership between us, Rittal, a large global manufacturers with plants in all the continents. We have enclosures, we have power solution, cooling, IT infrastructure, and add a partnership with Sutacore. Sutacore is an expert on two-phase direct chip cooling. It's really exciting new technology, which we'll describe now in a second here. The solution uses Novec 7000 as a refrigerant. This is the really first exciting news because you have no water in the server, just a non-conductive liquid. There is no problem, there is no risk of water spillage, possibly damaging servers. So there is no risk there. Also, the evaporation occurs at 50 degrees Celsius, which poses the benefit first that you have a high temperature. So it means you could really work 100% of the year with free cooling. But in addition of this, since it's a dual phase technology, it's using the latent energy of the liquid, which means at 50 degrees, it's evaporating. So you're creating a very constant cooling temperature at the chip. And this, and not only a constant, but also quite high. So this enables a very optimal operational temperature for the processors. And some companies, we know, not us, but some companies are testing if this will enable overclocking of the chips. You also don't need compressors because the temperature, the inlet temperature is high. In this table here, on the left side of the screen, we're comparing how to cool with single phase with air, single phase with water cooling, single phase also with Novec, and two-phase cooling also with Novec. If you look at the inlet temperatures, again, in Novec, we have a temperature of 50 degrees, which is pretty high, allowing free cooling. If you go all the way to air, you actually, with 20 degrees, you really can operate the full year with the free cooling. So you will need additional equipment and crack, and not only capex, but also operational expense through the whole year so you own this equipment. In addition of this, if you're looking at the mass flow or the flow rate, by using a two-phase technology, you're going to around 5 kilograms per hour of liquid flowing, right? Going to the air and water, you're showing at 37 or 34 kilograms per hour. So the mass of volume that you need to circulate, because you're not using the latent energy, it's huge. So you need bigger pipes, stronger pipes, and this, on top of this, you have no water on the servers. It's just a dielectric liquid, so there is no risk of spillage. So this here are our two solutions we're offering. First, in-rack solution on the left side of the screen. It's a 6U solution that can cool up to 20 kilowatts of processing power or 32 kilowatt total power. It's a air-cooled solution, so the incoming air into the unit is cooling the Novec, and the Novec in itself is then cooling via pipes the processors. We're also working on expansion of this unit to make it water cooled, which will allow to cool up to 7 kilowatts of processor power or 90 kilowatts total power. On the side of it is the rear door cooling unit. This unit allows to cool 35 kilowatts of processing power and 55 kilowatts of total power per rack. Both of these units, you need to change nothing on your data center. No extra pipe, no extra installations. Just you come in with the in-rack unit, or you come in with, you change the door with the airflow door, and it's already installed. Here is our feature which we're gonna come in the future, which is a water-cooled rear door. It will allow to increase the cooling capacity all the way till over 100 kilowatts per rack. But this is coming up. Now, OCP. We just released our OCP rear door in the OCP Virtual Summit, which really was an exciting event, also as this one here. And we released the rear door, which we're gonna show here, specialized in OCP racks. We're a big supplier of OCP racks to the OCP community, and this door fits just exactly to that rack. No special installation needed. It just works. You change the other door with this rear door. It will pull the air out of the servers and cool the Novec with that air, because with the high temperature will allow to cool the Novec anyways. Now, in summary, we're excited to bring to the market two new cooling solutions, one a in-rack, one a rear door cooling solution, with the cooperation with Sutacore to have a dual phase chip cooling for IT server racks. It allows you to cool servers all the way up to 900 watts, and it will give you an easy installation because these are both air cooling solutions. With this, I also want to point you out to our exciting microsite we have in our Rittal website. Really exciting, really lots of information of how to cool high performance solutions by Sutacore with our dual phase direct chip cooling solution. Please go take a look at our website. It's really exciting. And thanks for participating on our presentation today.